Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand.
Hey guys, so while I film the short film, obviously I won't be making regular reviews since the film takes away from that, but I might do some my thoughts or things like that while I work on that. So this is convention of my thoughts, and it's on the movie Moon, starring Sam Rockwell. It came out in 2009, and Sam Rockwell has been in other things. He was in Iron Man 2, he was the Red Shirt in Galaxy Quest, and he was Zaphod Beeblebrox in the film adaptation of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So, this film, it's with a guy who works on the moon, and he's been there for 3 years, and he is about to go home, and then he gets into a crash, and he wakes up, and then he finds out that he's not allowed to leave because they don't want him to hurt him. So, and he finds out that he's actually one of many clones of this one guy, and he's been living a lie pretty much. And the movie is actually really good. It's I like movies that make you think, and this movie makes you think. Like, this guy is a clone and he doesn't know, and there's another clone, and it's a lot like the Doctor Who episode The Rebel Flesh and the Almost People, except this is from 2009, and I know for a fact that those episodes did not come out until at least 2011, because that's when I started watching Doctor Who, and those were new episodes. So, Doctor Who kind of copied this movie in like the whole clone thing, and I mean they did it differently. They just kind of same concept, which I'm not against. Like if you use a similar concept but you change it enough, it's fine. So anyway, I really liked it, and it was really like it was a cerebral movie, and it was interesting. Like you have this guy, and he starts seeing hallucinations, and then like crashes, and like when he wakes up from the crash, and then you think it's the same guy, the guy had burned his hand, and he doesn't have the burn anymore, which you could probably think, oh, maybe he's been out long enough for the thing to have healed. Like that's what I thought. But then, whoop, he's a clone. So interesting. And I always found clones interesting. Like I don't get how like he's cloned and like he doesn't like realize like he just woke up and he doesn't and he's kind of weird. He has a lot of anger tendencies, and I think it's interesting like that because like you usually assume clones are like, oh, I'm the real guy, like what we learned from Spider-Man, like, oh, the clones are just gonna be a cool guy and be like, yeah, okay, I'll fuck off, you can do your thing. But like now, this guy was pissed that he was a clone. He wanted to find the secret room that was housing all the rest of the clones. And in the original guy, or the guy who got into the crash at the beginning of the movie, he's very again thinking he's not the original. Like he's like, oh, I'm the original. I've been here for 3 years, obviously, but he wasn't, and that's actually kind of interesting. And another thing I liked was the clone doesn't have the like experiences or skills. Like he has to be taught how to play ping pong, even though the other guy can do it. Which you always think when people are cloned in like movies and TV shows, they have all the same memories, all the same abilities. Like if this one guy could fight really like clones of Bruce Lee, like all clones can fight really well, and it's like clones. They work. This movie treats clones like as they are. They're, you can give them memories, but without the muscle memory, you can't do that. Like this is a tangent, but I'm in marching band. I was for 3 years, and a lot of the stuff in marching band was muscle memory, where there were some songs where I would find one part of it really like confusing, but if I spaced out and I was just not paying attention, we would play through it and I wouldn't notice that we did it, and I apparently played it okay because I didn't mess up. I would have noticed if I messed up. So it's like muscle memory is a thing. If you don't have the experience of doing it, you can't do it. And this movie treats clones like it should be. Like a lot of movies treat clones as if they're exact duplicates. Like if you cloned me, he would have the ability to play an instrument, which he shouldn't because he's never played an instrument before. And I like how this movie did that. And uh, really, that's all I have to say about it. Because like, I don't want to go into like the plot because it's like you should watch the movie. It's like an amazing movie, and I really liked it. I normally don't like cerebral stuff. It's got to be really good for me to like it. Like The Man from Earth, I saw that and it was like a really talky movie, but I liked it. It was interesting. It caught my attention. So this is a really good movie. I recommend you go watch it. It's on Netflix. You have to get the DVD from Netflix, so that's kind of stupid, which is how I got it. But it's a good movie, and I recommend that you watch it. So I'm Michael. Those are my thoughts, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars, and let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold